Hi, I'm Elvia Susana Rubalcava. I'm the director of Stranger in the Mirror, written by
María Martínez, that is my name, María G. Martínez. And I'm the author of Stranger in the Mirror, which is basically this is the write-up. During the pandemic, an elderly woman finds herself isolated physically, emotionally, and technologically. Grappling with her isolation, she uncovers previously ignored vulnerabilities and strengths.
Wonderful. So Maria, right now your film is part of Teatro Frida Kahlo's 10-minute play festival. It was originally supposed to be a one-woman show in the festival, but because of the pandemic, we made it into a short film. I was set to direct her on stage, but instead I directed her and her husband and daughters in her home. We have some questions from fellow writers about Stranger in the Mirror. Our first one is from Hazel Minger, author of Ilo. I especially like the conversations you held with your body, your hands in particular. How important do you find it is to carve out a space for less portrayed perspectives in an ageist and ableist culture and industry?
Thank you. Ageist and ableist. Interesting. Ageist, the assumption based on age. And ableist, the assumption based in abilities and agility. Now, to me, it's very important to accept and to recognize that the elder still have a place in this world, that we still contribute to things that happen in this world, that we have cooperation. We can cooperate with things that are happening. Yes, we may be old, but what is old really? If you look at what's happening right now in the industry, everybody wants to preserve youth, and there's a whole industry to make you look young, and it's fine. We'd like to look young, but also it's very important to know that just because somebody has white hair or cannot move as fast as a younger person, we still have contributions to this world. And also to me, it's very important to me, it's very important, like right now, that just because we're moving slower, that doesn't mean that we're not going to get there. We'll just get there later, but we still need to be acknowledged that we are here and that we have our own contributions. And I'm probably repeating myself, but I cannot say it long enough so many times, because it's the truth, like truth.
Love it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Maria. Our next question is from Carlos Estrada, author of Secrets. Is the person who the protagonist becomes because of the quarantine more authentic or true than that who she was before? Does it matter? Is perception more or less important than reality?
Very good question. I actually believe, like in this case, the Maria before the pandemic and the Maria after the pandemic is the same, like authentic. What is authentic, really? But it's like you are you at a certain time. I can tell you, I feel like we all have masks. And I'm not just talking about N95 mask. I'm talking about, we portray somebody in the store. We portray we're somebody else at home. We're somebody else in the streets. So the Maria before the pandemic was trying to keep up with the younger generation. I work with all these people doing theater and writing, and I always wanted like to be there on time because I needed to show up that I can move to get there on time. And when I would get up from the director's seat to walk somewhere else. Even if I had pain in my body, I would still try to walk straight and make sure that I moved as well as everybody else. But that's what I wanted to present. That's the competition that, and again, I come back to what the industry demands from us. You want to participate in here, you have to look this way, you have to move this way. Now the Maria after the pandemic was, and in isolation, was able to really listen to her body, which is my body. I was able to listen to my body. I was able to no longer get up and walk fast because somebody was watching me. No, I was able to really talk to my body, talk to my fingers, talk to my hair, and have that conversation and listen to the pain that was coming. And like I say, in this industry, we have pains we have pains, we have pills. We are Asian, the wrinkles are showing, we have creams, so everything that we don't like the way we look because our society is telling us you are too big or too small or whatever. Oh, okay, well, what is that now, sculpture your body or whatever. And I think that Maria, after the pandemic, is saying no. Is saying, I'm not that I ever did sculpture my body or anything, but in terms of my hair and in terms of the pains in my body, I'm gonna listen to it, and that has become a priority. So that's my reality now. My reality now is to listen and to be closer to my body and to myself. And it's not a big change, but I'm happy that I'm making that change. And I'm not saying, like, it's really important. I'm not saying that everybody should do that. Everybody does whatever they want to do. And I'm just sharing my experience of going through that change. It wasn't an easy change. It was like initially looking at myself in the mirror and seeing a little bit of my roots, and every month it was more and more. It was hard to take, but also once I was able to be on Zoom, it's interesting because then everybody saw me. So the transformation of that Maria week by week. So I'm fine with it. I totally accept myself now, and I'm not saying it was an easy process.
Right. I remember some of those meetings when we would meet with CCC or for Rio de Mi Vida classes. And it's really interesting because Zoom, you're able to see everybody, but you're face to face with yourself. You're looking at a video representation of yourself. And there were some moments where you'd be like, oh my God, my hair. Oh my God. But that's all of us. We were looking, so we were able to see everybody, not in person, but really seeing the details of our faces. And I really loved your work. I was going to take a break from theater, but like I mentioned, I don't say no to Maria, but because I've always your storytelling and your story is so important, and I'm glad I was able to capture this moment in time. And a lot of people at the roundtable at Frida mentioned how it was a little triggering because even though they're not the same age as you, everyone was going through something similar. And for you to put it out there and being so raw with it, it was very important. So thank you for that. Let me go on to my next question before, I know Ruben isn't around us, but I could hear him in my ear. All right. Our last question is from Sophie Goldstein, author of Rosa. Do you have plans to make it into a full length? And if so, what do you think you'd like to highlight more?
Yes, the answer is yes. There are plans to make it into a full length. During this pandemic, and thanks to people like Elvia, Lorena, Jackie, and I don't even have to say the last names of these people. Everybody helped me to get there. Initially, it was very hard because technologically, I didn't have the skills to get there. My daughters that pushed me to keep on writing. I did submit an application to the California Arts Council, and I totally bare my soul about how I was feeling and how important it was to recognize that if there is something that we cannot escape, is that no matter what we do, how many times I continue to dye my hair or to buy the creams or all this, age is still coming. And how do we accept it, and how do we incorporate it into the general population, into the young people, to understand that there is a lot that we still have to contribute, and to respect us also. So that was the purpose of my application, and I was granted an individual grant so that I can do the full length, which will be coming later on this year, probably July, August, sometime in there. And also what I want to highlight is what happened to me during isolation and to many other people, but also I want to acknowledge that some things were, like when you talk about the abuses towards the Asian population, Asian American population, the street vendors, and there were things that really came when people came to the aid, excuse me, to the aid of people, or even like in my neighborhood, they were texting, oh, there is a street vendor going in here and he was attacked before. So people would come out to buy from them. I think the community that grew from how do we do something to help each other. The people that were doing the masks and sending them to other people, the sewing squad, I think that was the name. And to me, myself also, the fact that some people came to help me, came to, like Elvia, you said, do you want to do a theater on Zoom? And I, still not knowing Zoom was and having to be there. It was nice. Elvia coming to deliver the script so I could have it handy. Lorena, when I work with the parents at Casa, saying, don't worry about the technologically, we'll get there. I'll help you and we'll get there. Jackie, what do you need? So I want to, I don't want to make it negative, because there was a lot of positive things that happened. There is a lot of community that grew up, that came about of helping each other in isolation, and also interest in. See, I always felt myself, especially with the parents of the kids at Casa, where I was where I'm doing the parents storytelling program. I happened to call a parent of one of the young ladies that I very much mentor to see, what do you need? What can I do for you? Because I always looked at myself like, I'm the leader, I'm going to help, I'm going to do something. And when that person told me, no, you, what do you need? What can we do for you? And then I said, oh my God. Okay, so it turns out that even though I was doing my roots at this time, it didn't matter. Anybody knew that I was getting older, I think the illusion was just inside me that, okay, now I feel young again,
Yeah.
But that was really nice of this specific parent telling me, what can we do for you? And also on my part of talking to these people and finding out how they survive, how they found a way of survival, and how much love and understanding was between many of us, and that we were lucky to have that around us. So those are the things that I want to highlight in my play. And I'll be talking to other parts of my body too.
Nice. Yeah, I'm curious, what other parts of your body? Is there going to be a part about your ear or something else? But also, I love the incorporation of, your family, not only in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. And the other stories, this is just one of the many stories that, you know, you have told. But thank you so much for sharing your work. You can catch it at fridakahlotheater.org. Let me see if I said that right. Yes, fridakahlotheater.org. $13 to support this wonderful festival. You get to see 8 other wonderful shorts. It's going to be playing all through the end of February. There's a part 2 that's going to be opening up in a couple of weeks. Another set of 8 or 9 plays that you can pay $13 to support theater in our community. Please spread the word and catch Stranger in the Mirror, written by the amazing María G. Martínez.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Elvia.
Thank you.